All right, here we go. Here's what I would like to do. I want to show you how to use this little device right here, the canvas clock. And I'm going to plug it into and use it to drive the circuit tracks. We use this live. And here's the thing, the circuit tracks doesn't have the ability to start-stop. So what I do is set up a playlist within the canvas clock to control it via program changes. So in other words, leave the circuit tracks running the whole time, and then use this to select different program patches. And that seems to work fine, but you need to do a couple little workarounds with this, and I'll sort of show you how to do that. All right, so let's go in and we're going to plug in the circuit tracks, and I'm going to build a playlist for this so that you can see this. Let me move to screen capture. And one thing I need to do is to remove my camera. I need the... Hopefully we're still live and streaming here. If not, so be it. But what I'm going to do now is plug this in. So you can see plugging this in, and now you can see that the pedal is live here. And the thing that I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to load the data from the pedal because I've made some changes on here. This often takes a minute or two to have this happen. So, you know, sorry, I'm doing this live, but this is the way that this works. Couple things about this that's really, really nice with the circuit tracks. I don't know if you can still see this or not. Yeah, you can probably still see this. If you're in here, you can configure the different buttons to go forward or back, or what I have it doing as well is if you hold down one of these buttons, I have it programmed so that it will deliver a control change to circuit tracks, and we'll change the filter settings so that it'll kind of reduce the volume and make it sort of sound muffled and whatnot. And then I can just click back and start the program again, and it'll restart with all the control changes. The way that works in Canvas Clock is that you have a set of macros. So for instance, with this one, I'm setting a program change, and it's going to program number 0 on the circuit tracks along channel 16. This is what I have this set up as. Then I'm delivering a series of different control changes, all delivered via MIDI, that will control parameters on circuit tracks. We're not going to get into all these right now. This happens to be, these two happen to control the filter, and I was experimenting with some other stuff here. Not all of them have that. You can see most of these I'm just using the filter. So anyway, let's do this. We're going to create a set list. Here's some set lists that are coming up. What I'm going to do actually is just start a new set list. Let's overwrite this one right here. I'm going to remove all the songs. Now what I do on this, there's a couple things to note here, is basically one of the things that I'm trying to do here is to control the tempo, also of not just the circuit tracks controlling the tempo, but also for things like my delay pedal, also my trem pedal as well. So in other words, it'll fire a pulse at the specific tempo, and you can see the tempo on the machine here is set to 113 right now. And basically that means that all the devices they're connected will pulse at 113 as well. So it's really, really powerful little machine, this Canvas Clock. So anyway, let's set this one up. This one I'm going to be playing in Cambridge, the Can tab, and I guess that one's going to be what, on January 27th. Next. Anyway, we'll add songs to the set. First thing that I'll do is add start, And the reason I'm going to add this start song is I have a macro in here. If I scroll to the bottom, I think, or let's find where it is. Oh no, maybe it's just circuit blank. It's set up with a macro. Actually, maybe it doesn't have a macro. Let's check this out. Sorry, we're doing this on the fly. But if we go to start, yeah, it's using a blank macro here. So basically it's just setting everything to, it's setting this to a program that while Circuit Tracks is not playing, well, Circuit Tracks is playing, it's playing a blank program. So in other words, you'll hear nothing. The machine is on, but it's not delivering anything. But the thing that I like to do also in this set list is to hit start and set the tempo so that when I fire the next song, it will actually be already at the right tempo. So let's see, the songs that I want to add here, first one is going to be Knox. And then what we're going to do, the next one I think I'm going to play is Transparent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in Transparent next, and this is going to do the same thing. It's going to allow me from here to be playing this song. So in other words, the audience is not going to hear anything here. I'm going to click start, and it's going to go to this program in Circuit Tracks, and it's going to play. And it will play that song until I hit stop, right? But I can't stop, so I got to change the program. So what I do is just go to this next thing. This one's also a blank program. If you were to see this, it would also just be blank. So in other words, it just goes to that program where it's playing nothing. And then what I'm going to do is add Transparent 1 of 2 and add the song to the set list and do Transparent 2 of 2. And basically what that'll do is this will fire this setting, and I'm using two settings, two programs for this particular song. And the only reason to do that is because there is two sections. So in other words, I can click forward, it'll start the song. I can click forward, it'll start another section of the song. I can click backward, it'll start playing the original part of the song, click forward, and then click again to stop. This sounds complicated, but you know, we're dealing with two buttons here, and it's on my pedal board, so it's really not that hard. Next thing I want to play is Doing Any Good. So again, this is a program that's blank, and it's going to stop. And then I'm going to play the song again. Then I want to do Read Me Out. Again, I'm going to go through the same thing. And you can see how generally this gets pretty easy once you're doing this. Then I'm going to do Hello from Hell. And let's see, let's do also Where That Glow. And then maybe this song is called Gamma Knife Brain Surgery. Seriously. Okay, and maybe then, let's see, let's do I have a next for this? Yeah, this one's called Hate Can Have the Past. And then next, let's do maybe Last Song, I think. Last Song next. And notice also I have, this one is actually built around a loop that I have, so it's important that this is at the right tempo. Then maybe let's do Life on Land. Again, we're doing the next thing. Life, oops, I cannot type. And let's add a couple more because I want to practice. I don't know if I'm going to include these or not, but here's another one with a loop. This one sounds okay, but I'm not super confident about this one just yet. It's another new one. And we're going to add one more in here, which is Safe. This is another one which it's really about current situation. So I like to play this current political situation that is trying to make people feel safe with all the BS that's going on. So anyway, and then I need to be able to end this. Otherwise, if I can't do this, it'll continue to play until I actually click the circuit track. So I actually have again, a program with the same macro that just says end. So now I got a new set list. And what I'll do is now take this whole thing and send everything to the pedal. And you'll see it'll just go ahead and send this. This takes a little bit longer. Once this is set up now, I can select that set list and run this whole thing. And my intent now, and we'll see what happens, I'm going to try to do a live session now just to perform exactly what you see here. I'll cut this because I need to do some setup to be able to do that. Caveat though, I've still been working on my settings to have this be actually come through well. I think I had the limiter set too high last time or something. And the sound was just terrible. So I'm still working on that to be able to do it live. It's not like doing this on stage when you're just connected with all these wires and everything. But anyway, hopefully this serves as a good overview of, using this circuit tracks along with this little device here, the canvas clock. The only thing I would say to my friends at Walrus Audio, and this is by no means an endorsement or whatever, I'm not paid by them, I'm just someone who likes their stuff, is I would love the ability in the set list to be able to pick the same song twice. One, that would help me quite a bit with having to do these little interstitial things with this sort of next, to stop these. If I could have that be all the same song over and over again, that would help me immensely, because basically there's 128 slots and that cuts it in half for me. And if you think about it, there's a lot of performing musicians who are doing the same songs or the same grooves and may return to that. That would just make things easier. If, right now you can only pick one song. The song can appear only once in a set list, and I would really love for that to be more. So anyway, you don't need to watch the rest of this as it loads all the macros. Like I said, this takes a little bit longer, but anyway, that's the way that this works. And anyway, I think that'll about do it. I'm going to go and set up a live session, and then maybe I'll go live and you can see what this all looks like. Oh, there it all is. It's all, as you can see, the data is all sent to the pedal, and we're ready to go. Let me know if you